Welcome, welcome, welcome. On this week's episode, I'm going to be going over the SSQ22.
It's like people only do things because they get paid. And that's just really sad.
So the team at Norbert sent me this here out to see what it's like, make some video content on it, and most importantly, they haven't told me to say whether it's good or it's bad. They have no say in the making of this video, and they only get to see it whenever you guys get to see it. There is an affiliate link in the description should you wish to purchase this or any other thing from the Norbert store. So a little bit of background on this. I was at IWA in Germany, and the Norwich team actually had one of these under a cover, and they said no photographs. And I went over to Joseph and I said, what's underneath here? And he says, it's a new surprise. So I peeled back the curtain, and at first I thought it was like some type of VSR1. However, upon closer inspection, I realized that there was no cylinder, just this charging handle. So this is their first GBBR. It's based on a real steel Ruger 22 in a roundabout-ish way. I've got a 1 joule nozzle in here to keep the power down, but apparently it can go up to about 2 joules for those DMR moments. I'm running it with a red dot at the minute, and usually this is good up to like 60 or 70 meters. If the BB is constantly going where the red dot is, then I don't care about magnification, because I know that's where it's going to hit. The team did send me out this ×3 magnifier for punching in for those further away shots, but I found I didn't actually need it because the BBs were going exactly where the red dot is, and it just took up some real estate and also added a bit of weight that I didn't personally need. But I do like whenever you collapse it, it keeps to the profile of your riff. So that means whenever you're gillied up and you're going through bushes or whatever, it isn't going to snag as much on neighbouring branches. It also doesn't block any of your peripheral vision, which is a problem with the hanging out ones. Now, I've only ever used one of these once, and it was a long time ago, and it was like a cheap crap one, so it rattled a lot. This here seems to be very solid. Doesn't make any noise, doesn't rattle any. It does have the adjustments here, so whenever you flip it up, and if your red dot is off, you can adjust it without affecting the red dot itself. So it's a fairly mild day today, and so far it's been really consistent FPS wise. Hasn't been much drop. It has been a wee bit warmer than the winter months obviously, so I can't really test it in cold conditions, but so far so good. Let me quickly go down what all I like about it. I like that there's a built-in TDC. I like that there's M-lock for adding attachments, reels, etc. There's a fairly decent reel space. Safety has nice feedback and can be done from both sides. Same as the mag release, it's just right down the center, so whether you're changing mag with your right hand or your left, you'll be all good to go. As mentioned, it's incredibly light for what I'm kind of used to. The big bolt actions, the SRS, and it's pretty small overall. It would have been nice maybe to have a folding stock to collapse it down even further in case you're at a milsim or you just want smaller footprint in your gear bag. There is just a reel on the back here, so if you did have a folding stock that attached via the reel, you should be able to do that, no problem. I've gamed it now 3 weeks in a row, and it's chronoed in really nice. The FPS is really consistent, and more importantly, the shots are really consistent. Trigger brake on mine is fantastic. It's fairly comfortable. Now, I have covered mine obviously in ghillie stuff. The gameplay that I'm putting out with this is with my full ghillie suit. A lot of people think that you need a really quiet riff whenever you're ghillieing. It's not true. If your ghillie is good and your tactics are good, it doesn't matter what type of riff you have. Is there anything that I don't like about this? Yes, there are plenty of things that I don't like about this. First of all, look at this. I don't know what this is about. The riff has 6 points of QD, which is good, but personally I don't like them in that configuration. So there's not really good support. Even if I tighten this thing way up, it's just going to swing about, and I don't really like that. Yeah, I can swing it round, but then you've got a big pointy outy bit that I don't really like. Whereas if I had a point of contact up here on the stock, there's no wobbles whatsoever. I use a Faro Concepts real steel strap, and it has frictionless adjustment. I think it's about 60 quid, so it might be pretty pricey for some people, but for me, to hold everything in place, it's ideal. What I think I'm going to do is actually just put a piercing through this hole at the back, and maybe use some sort of thick cable tie or a key ring of some description, just to give it that extra point of contact. And even when I'm just standing about, the riff will be really, really tight towards me. Next thing I want to talk about are these mags. I don't particularly like them. They're a really awkward banana shape. They look kind of weird in the riff. You can get straight ones in long and short, I think. I can't remember the round capacity. They're slightly smaller round capacity than these. I think this is like 37 BBs in this here mag, if you fill it right, of course. Now the team sent me this riff out. Came with one mag and they sent me out another 4, which was plenty for a gameplay. I would probably prefer the straight ones, mainly because of the carrying. The thickness and the overall shape of these make it quite difficult to find a way to carry these. They do fit in pistol pouches quite well. I went into Skirm Shop and tried a whole stack of carrying systems to see what was best. So just to go over this. So this can usually hold 4 VSR style or TAC 41 mags. However, I used them to fit these bad boys, and I could only fit in 3 mags of the quad insert. Once I got that sorted, it's not too much of a problem. I don't like the way the feed lips stick out. They could get smashed, they could pick up dirt and force your riff to jam. But it is what it is. I ran 3 in the chest rig, put 1 in my battle belt pistol pouch and 1 in the riff. As soon as that mag was empty, I put it in my dump pouch and put a new mag in. I did reach out to the Norwich team and they did say that pouches were on the way for this system. One other thing that I forgot to mention that I don't like about this is refilling the mags. So the follower comes back, this is pretty smooth, it feeds all the time, but like, it's pretty awkward to kind of fill, because you want to fill it like this, but I don't know, maybe if you do it at an angle. Look, you see, even at an angle, hang on, let's turn this around, but then this gets in the way of your finger. Oh, let's do that. Well, anyway, yeah, it's pretty awkward. So the last thing, which is good and bad for me, really good thumb release for taking the mag out, but there isn't a definitive kind of click for the mag being in. And for the first few times I thought that the mag was going to come out, but it's in there breathing good, but it just doesn't give you much feedback. The first time I put it in, I was banging it and trying to get it to click, and it didn't. But that was actually it in. It's pretty darn quiet putting it in and out. There's no loud clicks. But even if there was some sort of AK type click or something, I don't know, it may feel a wee bit better to me. Now the bend in the mag does allow you to get really low, so I've got no problems with prone position. There you have it, the SSQ22, kind of banana mags, whatever you want to call it, but really light, really accurate. I do have gameplays with this coming out very soon, but I just wanted to put out a video of my thoughts on it. As a GBBR goes, it's nothing like an MWS, which has like a heavy bolt that cycles back and gives you more recoil. Accurate, single shot, F mark. If you don't like these mags, there are HPA adapters available on the market which allow you to use small MP5 mags, which kind of fit with the ergonomics of the original riff. that may suit you better. In terms of performance though, the gas has been working. It's not very cold over here anymore, so I'd need to wait until winter. I think I'd only HP 8 if I wanted more rounds per mag and also lighter mags. You can unscrew the top of this and there'll be a 14mm thread if you want to put a silencer to kind of dampen down the front end sound. So to sum up, the SSQ22 has been performing absolutely brilliantly. I've really enjoyed using it, but who else is this for? Well, if you're looking for a GBBR DMR single shot riff, then this one could be for you. Some people don't want a heavy recoil, and of course this is based off the 22 in real life, which doesn't have much recoil anyway. One thing about the MWS and the other GBBR rifles are that they are quite the heavy beast, so if you're wanting something lightweight, this could also be for you. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe, and be sure to hit that notifications bell. Peace.